Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let us jump straight in. There you go. We'll leave the form open for a little bit longer. Yeah, all right. So let's have a look. Got East Coastway as the most London commuter Bakerloo line, Midland Main Line, and East Coast Main Line, and then Edinburgh to Glasgow trailing after that. So I guess we'll get started. I shall close that now, unpin that, and we'll get straight into East Coastway. Hello everybody, hello. Where's East Coastway? Class 313, class 377, class 66. What to do? (313) and we shall do just a Lewis service. Let's get through some stuff. If at any point the audio's not good, then just shout and I can have that fixed. Alright, let's get started. Safety systems on. Oh, Christ. Grab that. Doors open. Headlights to headlights and markers. And I want coach lighting on. Where's the vestibule lighting? Is that... It's up here, isn't it? Yep. It'll be interesting to see what these trains look like on photo mode, now that, of course, we can do that. Yeah, I do like this route. It's a bit old now, but good bash. There are some problems with it, of course, and at the moment I don't have any mods really installed. I got a signal mod installed, and my INI settings, I've tinkered with them, but other than that, we're more or less vanilla. No enhancement packs or anything of that nature. I know, actually, that there are some bugs with the DSD, so I'm going to turn that off. Some bugs that have gone unchanged. Speed limit 10 miles an hour. Hello, peacefuls. Azuma works on Underground. In what? Free roam or scenario mode? It's a bug, not a bug, it's a feature. That's so true. Silly me. I almost forgot. Right, we'll get up to... Is it 20 miles an hour? And up to 55. Scenario mode. But everything works on everything else in scenario mode. They've got off the rails on by default. So that'd be why that's happened. The track joint sounds are really quite abrupt, shall we say. I'll try not to whinge too much, and I'll try not to get too political. this stream, just go on tracks and spawn Azuma. So it does work on free roam. Oh, another 313. Let's see, can we get a good photo mode shot? Probably not. No. That's the thing I don't like about photo mode is that you can't quickly unpause and repause to try and adjust the timing or like wind back and forward. Okay, and we'll get to 70 miles an hour. Well, we'll do the Bakerloo line at some point, so once we finish that run, we can return to free roam and see what happens in when I do attempt to put the 801 down. Right, next stop, Falmer. And so far we haven't got nabbed by the mysterious DSD bug, so I think I've been spared from that for today. Right, we're getting up to 70, so I'll power down in a moment. Alright, there you go. Got a bit more power. Done me for a sec when I saw free roam. OMG, does that mean I can go past invisible walls? Train sim world, no. Setting a path in free roam is clunky. I think most things about this game are clunky, if we're being honest. Hello everyone. Okay, 0.9 miles, 0.8. I believe it's just on the other side of this tunnel, perhaps? But I'm going to let... Gee, we'll bring speed down a bit. Oh, why have we got wheels flip on that? Alright, and at the brake point... Go full service. That's not enough. Oh, I forgot how sluggish this thing was. Oh dear. Oh. Problems. Big problems. It's not an Electrostar, is it? It is certainly not an Electrostar. What is the 323 in Train Sim World 4 used for? You mean the one in the training center? Right, and only actually we're not that late even. Not bad driving on my part. Ah, that is a slight problem though. We've sort of bollocked the signalling. Right. Oh, okay. That is for us. Yeah. Uh, let's see what this button does. Oh, that doesn't change the signaling. All right. Well, we're bollocksed on that run, so. Someone asked for a 52 before, so I shall deliver on that. Just because that was a bit of a piss take of a run. East Coast Way 323 52, and we'll do this. Bit of thrash. Why not? Lag? Is there lag? Let us have a quick look. No, no lag. Not on my end. Oh, that's quite loud. Let's just watch that a bit. What is, yeah, the 323 in scenario, in the training center. Oh, what the fuck are you doing there? Gave me F, right? Low horn doesn't work. Oh, yeah, it does. Doesn't like my cursor. It's just the training center. It serves no other purpose. It's like the 8F. It just exists at the training center because it can. When you're ready, go on. You can put it on... Yeah, you can put it on the East Coast main line, but it's not going to do anything. You can't run any timetabled, so you can put anything on anything, but it doesn't work. Yeah, the lag must be on your end, because OBS is not telling me anything about lag. Unless something awfully wrong is going on past my... No, YouTube's not even whinging, so... NBN just being NBN. I mean, I'm one of the lucky few. We got fiber to the curb instead of fiber to the node here, so still not as good as fiber to the premise, and you know, still more expensive than the original fiber to the premise scheme under Labour, but not getting political. My internet is good though. Well, that's the only thing I can think of, because OBS has dropped no frames from network lag on my end, and has only dropped 93 out of almost 90,000 due to rendering lag, so... Right, we shall depart. I can't play with the route indicator, don't think so. Oh, listen to that. Probably because you have 6%. 6% what? Oh, what's the speed limit? Oh, 20, okay. Alright. So that signal, does that signal exist or what? Hello, just got back from Dreamworld on the Gold Coast? 6% battery, that shouldn't... I mean, unless there's some kind of wacky power save thing, that shouldn't have much of an issue, but... Oh, gee whiz. Let's just watch that. Movie world better than dream world. Honestly, cannot weigh in on the issue. Oh no, I have been to Cairns. Cairns and Brisbane, but not the Gold Coast. Unless my memory is playing tricks on me. Maybe one point I'll go, but this doesn't seem too interesting. It's a long slog to get from Sydney to there. Unless you fly, which is a pain in the ass, going domestic to Gold Coast. Well, it's buffering every second. Well, then your internet can't be good. It's the only explanation I can give. Oh, I haven't not turned AWS on. There we go. I wish there was a thing that you could toggle safety systems to be on by default. That'd be fantastic. But I didn't realise how close Gold Coast Airport was to the New South Wales border. I mean, it's all... Gold Coast itself is more or less on the New South Wales border. It's sort of border town with Byron, more or less. Tweed Heads or whatnot. Oh, 23 viewers. Full house. Oh, just as I say that, we go back to 21. That's right. You know what? Just for you, so we can pick the next route whilst we're doing this, I will reopen the link to choose routes. But don't pick East Coast Way, because we've already done that. The runway runs through the border, does it? Let us have a quick look. I'm going to zoom out a bit more than that. There's Cox, Murwillumbah. Yeah. Oh, it does too. Straight through the middle. Where's Byron? Oh, is that much further south? Oh, it is. Okay. My geography of the upper north coast is not as good as I thought it was. I know Tweed Heads is there and the Treasure. But shut up. And where's the G-Link? Which I always thought was a pretty funky name for a tram. G-Link. That goes up there. Yeah, talk of extending that to the airport. I thought that was a plan to extend it down to the airport, but maybe I'm just misunderstanding. Australian content when? Well, as soon as the community makes it, I should imagine. I'm sort of not working on editor stuff right at the moment, just whilst Dovetail can pull their shit together and get some documentation out, because it turns out we can't use, we have to download and blend our own material brushes and all that other stuff, which is a bit stupid. Oh, do you do content? Well, I haven't before. I'm sort of going through the motions. Stream is not lagging. That would be on your end, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't. I'm sort of going through the motions of Sydney route, but yeah, certainly at the moment I can't really get because it doesn't save. It half when I say it lets me save the stuff, but then as soon as I come back, it only loads a 3x3 radius of the tiles. So half the stuff that I get is not me as you. Well, I can tell you right now, it's not me. YouTube's saying I've got an excellent connection. OBS is as well. Might spad here, I haven't been paying attention. I have 801, but when I go into the online sharing hub, we can't get 801 livery. I've heard lots of bugs about the livery sharing platform at the moment. Lots and lots of bugs. So that doesn't surprise me. I wonder why Dovetail Games finally gave us the editor. I presume it's because Simrail has announced they're going to let people use the editor. Does it work for... Yes, it works for me at times. It's a bit clunky. And I don't really understand why they've rearranged all of the UIs that we had only just really got comfortable with, and now it's, oh well, new and improved, more accessible, but it's harder to use for me, and I have no disability, so I can't imagine... Well, it's probably not that much worse, but whatever. Oh, Western Sydney route, what, a straight line? Oh, let's do the Old Main South. Glenfield to Granville. It's a straight line. No, I was thinking of initially focusing on sort of Hornsby to St Leonard's, and then potentially extending down to the harbour. But I can't do anything if I can't paint the ground, and I don't fully understand track playing. I've got as far as dropping in scenery, dropping in the terrain, but other than that, there's not much. All the features marketed in this game should have already been implemented, not sold to us. Well, yeah, quite right. I mean, nothing was fantastic. There's nothing spectacular in this game. I mean, you're looking at a bug right now. Gosford to Chatswood would be great, do the Hawkesbury. I know someone was trying to do Hornsby to Gosford on TS Classic, but I don't think it got too far. I think that'd be a very ambitious end goal, though, because I have absolutely no idea how to use Blender. So that's going to be a learning curve. I've downloaded it, but I still haven't booted it up yet. Could have a scenario called Kick Off the Essays, where you can hear the solemn tones of Matt going, 3 bogans have just joined the train at Doonside. They claim they're travelling to Mount Druitt. They just spat on an elderly man. You must now remove them from the train. Have an XPT in-game ready to go. You're at the HST, or you've done your own model of an XPT. Speaking of which, I have an XPT livery that I'm going to do at some point. Hello, Mr. Train Guy. When I say I have, I mean I nabbed it off Creators Club. So if you have the, I would assume Miller Mainline HST, you can use it as well. Fuck up. That single yellow, double yellow. I don't know. This is single or just triple aspect territory, I thought. Yeah. Oh, that signal mod doesn't like these old style signals, does it? Not at all. Not at all, bro. Simrail is currently on a 30% discount. I know. Look, I'm not going to get Simrail for a while. Also because I don't really want to spend too much money at the moment. Because there's a lot of Train Sim World content on the horizon. What is your favourite route in game? Oh man, s-bahn, maybe. Maybe London to Brighton. I don't know. Southeastern High Speed's not terrible. I honestly couldn't tell you. I go through changes. It's never the same for a while. What class? Oh yes, this is the class 52, the Westerns, on a rail tour. Power off now. Oh fuck. Okay. Could be another s-bahn. Gee, that's braking quite heavily. Well, there we go. Horn sounds like the AWS, but actually, it's a fair point. It does, kind of. I have now pre-ordered CS2. I have as well. Very excited. Simrail's key bindings are weird and still has some way to go for me to use regularly. And that's a sentiment I've heard a lot from people saying that it's got a lot of potential, but it's not something that they return to often at the moment. Had a play around trying to make locos? Oh god, no. Absolutely not. I've heard some people have Australian models or Sydney specific models that they're gonna try and run through the editor. I don't know. I might see what the physics is like. I think I could probably toy around with the physics. I don't know. I don't see myself being a fantastic artist in Blender. So we'll wait and see. Has anything been made with the editor yet on Creators Club? There's no Creators Club support for the editor. You have to circulate files yourself. Still waiting for Portal 3. It's been 10 years since Portal 2 released. More than, hasn't it? Which is good, proper fun. Get out of Dovetail Games' face. They make a great game. No. No, they categorically do not. Unless you're taking the piss, I can't tell. I realise I can spawn a train when pressing tab. Yes, that's free roam, yeah. opinions. I am a very opinionated man. Just another reminder, if you haven't already, you can pick routes for the rest of the stream with the pinned link. What is this line? This is East Coastway, one of the earlier routes back in the good old Train Sim World 2020 days, when we only had one iteration of the game. Do I like Train Sim World 4? As a concept, no. The only real thing that I like about it is the editor and photo mode. That's about it. Don't like the routes, don't like the branding, don't like whatever. I think, and I'm especially not a fan of the way that they just abandon previous content. Like they roll out patches to Train Sim World 4, and they could very easily roll out the patches to previous games, but they don't care. When is that Blackpool route coming? I have absolutely no idea. I believe probably, well, based on how long, based on how it looks, I would imagine in the next few weeks it will be released. But other than that, I really can't elaborate because I don't know. Train Sim World 4 is so great that they can't even figure out horns in the F125. I had a weird bug where the horn got stuck on and I couldn't turn it off. That is a feature. That is because in real life, the driver might have gum and then put the gum onto the horn button, and it could obviously then have the horn stuck on. So Dovetail is just emulating that. That is not a bug. You have to remember, not a bug. Like the red signals, sometimes there are signal failures, and you can't complete the run in real life. So that's why the red signal feature exists. This is a nice short semi-rural route. Indeed it is. I do quite like it. It's a bit outdated, well, sort of. It's still full of bugs, but not as many as the newer routes. Derail Valley has done well. Yes, it has. It is not what I look for in a game, though. We might run this one. Stop. Alright, we're alright. We're chill. We're chill. 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 Freight service is a bit repetitive. Yeah. How much prob? I think they had a price listed, but maybe £25. I'll check that. Ormskirk. Oh, yeah, okay. Ormskirk to Blackpool, just trains. They have not said, I don't believe. No, I don't think so. They haven't said. But I would imagine £25 to £35 in that very large ballpark. You hate Dovetail games? Yes. Yes, I do. You're a fan of Dovetail games, aren't you? Yeah. A real big fan. I love them. I love them so much. I made my own fan art. I really want to be part of their team, but they won't make me an ambassador. So I have to improvise. Anyway. Quite normal to have signal failures on some lines. I have, like, a lot of money, so maybe. That's a very humble thing to say on the internet. And the skipping stops feature is also broken, because if you're shunting and you pass 1 meter from the marker, you shouldn't make a difference. You get an... Do you? Do you get an objective failure from that? It's pretty awful if you do. Why do you buy a game from Dove Tally Gams if you do not licks it? Because they have a monopoly, and I like train simulators, and this is the most realistic train simulator. I do not like the company that's behind it, even though I might invest in that company. Should we pull up Focus's share price? My goodness gracious, how long am I going to be sat here? Oh, finally leaving. Okay. Let us pull up Yahoo Finance. Oh dear. Would you look at that? We'll go for a window capture. That one. Chrome. There you go. That is the Dovetail Games parent company stock value in the last 6 months. So if you're looking for something to invest in, I believe the analysis is quite strong. I can have a look at that as well. The 1 year target estimate is for it to be roughly double what it is at the moment. But it's not doing well. But the analysis is a strong buy at the moment, or a reasonably strong buy. So if you're looking for something to invest in, there you go. What's the speed limit? 25. Alright, we'll cruise here. I don't like it when you set a path and have to select the end destination and can't see upcoming station stops. That's Dovetail Games. What is your favourite route on Train Sim 4? Also, what is your favourite game? Train Sim World, Train Sim 2, Train Simulator, Train Sim 3, or Train Sim 4? Train Sim 2 was my favourite in the franchise. Favourite route? I couldn't possibly say. There are loads. Sorry, yeah. I am reading these as they're coming in live. I'm just stuck halfway back on responding to this stuff because I'm elaborating on everything too much. Do you know Train Sim Guy? Train Sim Guy? I do not know Train Sim Guy. On a personal level, like, I have nothing to see. Nothing to see. Stream is pre-recorded. Yeah, stream is pre-recorded. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's so pre-recorded, I reckon the camera is going to shake and turn around right now. Yeah, it's pre-recorded, see, because I knew that. I knew that. I'm just next level on top of the stream. Sorry. But yeah, on a sort of personal level, the only contact I've had with any other sort of large Train Sim World YouTubers is some, like, 1 or 2 comments from Taranga in my videos, and I've commented on his videos once or twice as well. You planned that sentence at that time. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's my mistake there. My mistake. I'll do it again now. Ready? Yeah, pre-recorded. See, I knew that because it was pre-recorded, so I knew when that was coming, and I could plan that accordingly. My God. Unless you're taking the piss, in which case, well done. Right, we'll close the form now. Unpin. Say hi if this is not pre-recorded. I'm reading chat. Like, of course, it's not pre-recorded, but I mean, me talking wouldn't be pre-recorded. But no, the game is definitely not pre-recorded. Right, what are we doing next? Bakerloo line. All right, can do that. Where is it? Here we go. Timetable. Here we go, the proper one. 31 minutes. Do you ever script your videos? No sound mod. No, I don't have the sound mod because this is a more or less clean installation, and I haven't been bothered to get the sounds yet. And other stuff. I really should, but I haven't been bothered yet. So, forward, control key, indoors, saloon lighting. What else is on there? No, don't want the stab light. Gauge light, yes, we're going to Queen's Park. We will set that. You got to go in fucking hyper speed when you're setting up these things. You got so little time. And Queen's Park. Right. Oh, I'm so far behind on this chat. Trying to do shunting in a light loco and combine that with the barber thingy. You've got the loco inside the marker, but without skipping it. No precise precision. Sounds like Dovetail. Do you like Focus Entertainment then? No. Well, I don't know. I don't know enough about them. But the way they're managing Dovetail games, no. I know they've done some great things like SnowRunner. I haven't played SnowRunner though. Oh yeah, someone pointed out I'm nearly at 3K. Yes, that tantalizingly close. Do you ever script videos? Sometimes. The ones that require it. So like some reviews. My criticism of Train Sim World 4, that was all scripted. Because I needed a sort of plan of what I was going to say. In fact, that was scripted exposed. What? Scripts are a good thing. Help you organize your ideas so that you sound less like Trump on his fucking random spiels. Because otherwise I'd just start going on tangents, as I so often do in unscripted videos. Bakerloo line whistle, yeah. Not cursed at all. No, I think this J-U-A-U-D-S, I apologise. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce that. There must be trolling. There's no way that's not a troll. Can you connect Train Sim World 2 account to Train Sim World 4? I mean, it's all Dovetail Live, so yes. Were I expecting Train Sim World 4 to be released? At some point, yes. After the initial leaks, I was sort of skeptical, but at the same time I could see a world in which it was happening. As soon as the first other pieces of evidence started coming in, I was more or less sold on. I mean, of course, I still retain some level of skepticism, as I encourage most people, or everyone to, but... A bastard fly. It's like a horsefly or something. But I couldn't really see a place in which there wasn't some truth to the matter. Either if it was just a big announcement for Train Sim World 3 or an entirely new game. That is the as we got closer to release, it became more and more clear that it was an entirely new game. You're not a troll? No, I don't believe that. If you're not a troll, then tell us why Dovetail is a good company. Give us some solid points. Trolling is when someone posts on Instagram about fat people. What planet do you live on? GTA 5 live stream last night. Host kicked me out because my modded car was better than his. They brought new updates such as PC editor and suspension. The suspension is only currently implemented on one train and doesn't work, by their own admission. PC editor was promised 6 years ago, and they've only released it because their competitor has released their editor. Volumetric fog isn't that big a deal. And new coffee shops. Wow. How about making the game run better? Or rolling all of that out to Train Sim World 3, or patching your old content so it is no longer abandonware. Valve recently rolled out an update to Portal 1, which is a 15-year-old game. And they came back and added RTX support to it. 15 years old. And I know they're a much bigger company and they have the resources to do that, but we're talking about games that are 1 year old in Dovetail's case. I don't think multiplayer was ever promised. They might have said we're working on it, but Dovetail makes some good routes sometimes, but most of them at the moment are just passable. You know, they're not... Sometimes they're not awful. Most of the time, unfortunately now, they're not great. You think Trenton was especially bad. Linker Rheinstracker was especially bad. Train Sim World is live. Yeah, they probably are. They're doing a bunch of charity stuff. I couldn't help but notice that Matt didn't look too keen on the thumbnails, which... It was Nvidia that made that Portal RTX. Yeah, but that needs cooperation with Valve to produce. Because it's an official update. You like train games on Roblox? You know my answer to that. There's no world in which you're not a troll. Because only a troll would ask that. Like, it's literally in the rules, is not to mention Roblox. Brain damaged. Let's keep it civil. Do not come near my tin. What? I hate this track monitor. On routes like this, it is completely pointless. Tinfoil. Oh, they put chips in the vaccine! Just an immature 12-year-old. 12-year-old? Are you sure? You seems a bit old. I was thinking 4. No, just joking. Goodbye, Splitty Fool. Right, 20 miles an hour. You're a 33-year-old. God Christ almighty. You shouldn't tap the button twice there. Sorry, I'll stop making fun of you. That's a bit cruel. If you wanted anything in Train Sim World, what would it be? At this moment in time, dedication to the customer, better transparency, much better communication, and some fucking documentation for the editor. Jesus Christ. How come this speed limit's missing from... Oh, because it's not a new one. Okay. Yep. Oh, the fantastic... where is this? Piccadilly Circus crossover? Remarkable. Top quality. Great work of Dovetails. This is so pointless, this track monitor, because it doesn't load half the shit. Like, it's bugging out now. It doesn't work. Oh, call me funny. Oh, what an achievement. Dovetail should add more London Underground routes. Oh, more underground. Maybe leave that to the fans. I think they should focus on adding more international subway or metro lines, like New York subway or BART, or I don't know, something in the US. Something in Germany. Like, the only real true rapid transit stuff in Germany we've had is sort of Munich S-bahn and sort of Leipzig, but Leipzig's not really, because that's only like every 10 minutes. I can hardly call that rapid transit. I get a U-bahn or an S, like a proper high frequency S-bahn. How is JD still community director? He is so bad. This is the problem that I have with Dovetail, because it's very hard to read in, because he could just be trying his best within difficult circumstances, or he could genuinely be, he could genuinely believe in everything he says. It's impossible to make those kinds of character judgments through a screen, which is why I'm sort of refrain from. Certainly the persona he puts on is sort of very fake, and not very believable. I saw someone was having, quite rightfully so, someone was having a whinge on the forums about how Train Sim World 3 is now abandonware, as was Train Sim World 2020 and Train Sim World 2. Oh god, that's loud. And he just piled in and said, oh, have a look at the patch notes. Patch notes, we were going to update Train Sim World 3 as according to these patch notes. And then the guy comes back and says, it's almost like you did this to Train Sim World 2 and then didn't follow through. And got 30 likes or something, which pretty funny. Maybe leave it to Simrail. They're going to make a standalone game called Metro Sim, which will have the Warsaw Metro. Yeah, I really am interested to see where Simrail goes, because I think clearly Dovetail have said in the past that they're not concerned about the risk of Simrail, but they clearly must be, because suddenly they've come out and said, oh, we'll give you the editor, when Simrail did the same thing. So Yeah, I think something's at play there. But let's have a look at the forums. And we'll go transfer to this. Where is it? Yeah, so Train Sim World 3, forgotten about then. Here we go. So JD, in fact, I'll show you this. Here you go. Hey, the latest can be found here on content coming to Train Sim World 3. Scroll to the bottom. Couldn't even be bothered to copy and paste the list. I just sent a link. Yeah, there's one like, and then, to be honest, JD, that looks a lot like the list at the bottom of the roadmap when Train Sim World 3 came out, for containing fixes for Train Sim World 2, which I'm sure never really came, so I'm not holding my breath. So I find it unbelievable that those who bought the Class 700 but not Train Sim World 4 will never get the updated Southeastern High Speed, the markers for a train we already paid for, not to mention the list of other issues that will never get sorted. Which is very well put, in my opinion. And that got 27 likes, deservingly so. And JD suddenly vanished to the ether. I wonder why. What do you think of Tramsim by Dovetail? Tramsim is not by Dovetail. Tramsim was published on console by Dovetail. I believe it was published by Aerosoft on Steam, but is developed by a separate company, which at one point offered to give me a key to the console edition, but I don't have a console, so I had to decline. But let's have a look. Tram Sim. I'm almost certain that's Aerosoft. Yeah, they're developed by... Who are they developed by? Are they working on VR? Oh, they've already got VR. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, they're made by View App GmbH, who have made all the Tram Sim and some other stuff. Sup that HCMT train. Well, look, the thing about the engine upgrades... Oh, come on. You don't even need a new game for engine upgrades, and we saw that in Rush Hour. That was an engine upgrade in the same game, back when Dovetail actually cared about the customer, and for the most part, delivered on their promises. Even though we still don't have Rush Hour passengers on London to Brighton. Because we're always getting hampered, no matter what platform you're on, except timetable-wise, we're always getting hampered by older gen consoles. It's like, oh, we can't give you passengers because the old gen consoles can't handle them. Well, make a separate version for old gen consoles or just stop supporting them. It's pretty fucking simple. Not gonna lie. Simrail is getting people from Train Sim World because they have ears and they listen to the community. Most of the new stuff in Train Sim World is IRL real time. thing about that is it doesn't quite work in Train Sim World in real time stuff because you're not playing in real time. I'm playing this at 9:30 a.m. But it's just most certainly not 9:30 a.m. in the UK, and it's not 9:30 a.m. where I am. Is it possible that Unreal Engine might be the wrong engine for this type of game? Oh, could certainly be possible. I don't know enough about game engines. I would imagine... Honestly, I don't know. It's probably the best widespread. Because what's the other silly one? The one that started charging... Unity. Yeah. I don't think they would work well for this kind of thing. That's more for sort of indie games, I feel like. Oh, I know they rolled back the changes, but, you know, people were mocking them at the time, yeah. Does SimRoll use Unity? Doesn't surprise me, but... Stop the rant? Rant about what? Oh, that when he's brought in the first Great Western 166 has the Train Sim World 2020 HUD. I'm surprised that's still in the game files, if that's correct. About me shitting on Dovetail Games and SimRail. What? So I'm suddenly not allowed to have an opinion. Look, we get it. You're not willing to question Dovetail's business practices. That's fine, but I am. So, and a lot of my audience are as well. So, you're welcome to your beliefs, but you don't need to impose them on other people. They're not a good company. They're an awful company. Bro, they rot the consumer. What are you talking about? Freedom of speech doesn't really exist, but that's a whole nother issue. Just fly. Fuck off. And you bought the game, so yes, I explained that. I bought the game because they have a monopoly. There's no other choice. If I want a train simulator that's this realistic, I have to play the game. Hello, the unexpected goose. How are we doing? Going to smoke you. Oh, that's very encouraging. Oop. Dovetail so crap, I've not bought anything since Middle Mainline. In fairness, Middle Mainline wasn't Dovetail, but... I'm not a vape, bro. The thing I believe we all want for Dovetail Games is just do better and care for their consumer as well as this. Exactly. What do you buy, Train Sim World or Train Sim World? Reporting to Popo, can't say helpful things in Australia anymore. You are the reason people vape. Lol. Laughing out loud. 33, are we? 33. By hating Dovetail Games, people are vaping. Oh, wow, okay. Look out, we've got a bit of science going on with that kind of conclusion. How many areas of collisions are there on this route? Oh, too many to count. Like every curved platform used to clip through. Stephen Hawking has denied this fact before. The fact that hating Dovetail games is a major leading cause of youth vaping. I thought he unfortunately passed before the vaping epidemic, but I could be wrong there. Oh bollocks. It's a minor problem. Nothing to see here. Nothing at all going on. Have you ever played Euro Truck Simulator 2? No. You drive bad as Dovetail Games hater. I'm driving bad because I'm spending most of my... I'm not spending... I'm looking at the chat. All the vapors on their electric scooters. My goodness. Can we just perm ban this clown? It's actually quite entertaining. So, not yet. Not until he says something really inflammatory. It's not entertaining. It is for me. It is for Jack M. You are angry. Oh dear. And the head warmers. They all bloody chavs. Oh no, I'm a bad driver. It's because I hate Dovetail games. You are like my morning coffee. That is one of the more disturbing things I've been told in my life. You get stimulated after drinking me. That's very disturbing. Looking at Google Trends, well, looking at SteamDB, Train Sim World 4 has lower all-time peak than Train Sim World 3, and under half the all-time peak of Train Sim World 2, and still under the all-time peak of Train Sim World 2020. He's discovered crack. Well, I bet he has an opinion on crack reform. I am on living well and not hating Dovetail. I'm living well and not hating, and am hating Dovetail. The two are not mutually exclusive. I quite enjoy making fun of Dovetail, actually. A bit of a narcissist. Be foolish of Dovetail not to take competition seriously. That's how you go out of business. But I think on the outside they're trying to downplay SimRail. But perhaps that's just to try and stop people from buying it. We go into the signings? Yes. Or perhaps that's because they actually don't believe it's a threat. But I believe internally they do think it's a threat. I'm trying to make Dovetail games bankrupt. No, I'm not. I'm trying to make them do better. If they see declining sales, maybe they'll change. I mean, probably not, but they might change. I like this game generally, right? I do not like the business practices. They are getting... I'm aware they're getting sales, but more and more people are becoming frustrated with their nasty business strategies. And less people are playing. Favourite station on the Bakerloo line? You know what? Jeff Marshall hates Queen's Park, but I'm going to say Queen's Park. Just give it a bit of love. How can someone single-handedly bankrupt Dovetail Games? Well, remember, Dovetail Games is now being propped up by is the best by fart. Also, this is potentially the busiest junction in the whole game. For its size. Like, there is, in the peak hour especially, there is so much stuff happening here. Coming in and out of the sidings, and like, there's already a train up our ass. Or there's a train directly in front of us. There's this train coming here. And then there's something coming out of the yard. Oh, we should have a look on the review situation of Train Sim World 4. British Ace is B the best. Right, store. Train Sim World 4. Here we go. Oh dear, mixed reviews. That's a real shame. A real shame. Top review, not recommended. Copy-paste job with more bugs, less fun. Second top review. Holy fuck, this guy's 100 hours. Holy. Jesus Christ. I've only got 20. Fucking hell. But do you like DTG now? Since when did I like DTG? I like Train Sim World as a concept. I dislike Dovetail Games. I'm trying to get the community together. I just looked up. Train Sim World 4 is getting to a point where it has... I said I want them to be better. Yes. I want them to be better. I'm disappointed in them, and I would like them to do better. That doesn't mean I like them. I was disappointed in Scott Morrison. I wanted him to do better. I hate him. The game isn't the problem, it's the executives. Yes, exactly. Let's go free roam. Someone said something about the Azuma class 801. Can I? Ran out and shoved something onto the Oh, fuck. Oh, that's shift space for photo mode. Okay. Gee whiskers. Right, let us plop down a train. Spawn new train. 801. -2, I believe, is the short one. Spawn. X. No, yes. There's not doing anything. Something's in the way. I spawn you here? No, okay. Doesn't matter. We shall move on. Okay, Bakerloo line. Next we've got London commuter, or Midland Main Line, or East Coast Main Line. Let's do London commuter first. Do the better routes. I hate all this new banners. Like, I know what I have, right? Christ alive. We'll do this one. Like, the devs are on a horribly tight time frame. They must be, exactly. They can't be bothered to delay the game. Or it's not they can't be bothered. They're not allowing their devs to delay the game by a week just to stamp out bugs. You're 33, you mean 43. Bloody hell. Train Spot 3 had a low peak of active users than SimRail, even albeit SimRail will have their highest probably when leaving early access. Yeah, exactly. Why did Dovetail not make a full route on the main line? Because that'd be far too long. What are we doing? Yeah, going master key on AWS, that all of that good stuff on. That on day running. Unlock doors. Where are we going? Going to Littlehampton. PIS. Littlehampton. Oh, those sounds. Phenomenal. I will pump the volume again. Whoop. This would be a train that's just divided. Yeah. And the front four cars are pissed off and... we're just off trundling. What is the speed limit? We'll call it 30. I'd rather have better and less frequent routes for more money. I think most people would. But they've raised their prices higher than inflation. And there is absolutely no way that their production costs have increased either. So they're quite literally just rorting people. Will all the DLC have the updates? No. I don't think LGV has the new catenary. I only think it's the new routes. Oh, we're actually driving a Class 801 at the moment. Oh no, sorry, I'm getting this. They copied the Class 801 sounds. They've copied the sounds. They can't record the sounds. Why are they putting the Class 801 sounds on the Electrostars? It's ridiculous. I can't believe they do that. Obviously, for their flagship game, though, they'd want to make sure they've got their correct sounds for their base content. So the 801 must be correct, right? Front doors stay open when there's a disconnection. I mean, it's not exactly game-changing. It is frustrating, sure. They could probably get more money by selling them cheaper, 20 to 30 per route, as more people buy them. Yeah, exactly. LGV has the new containers. I don't believe it does. Can someone confirm that? I'd like... well, I wouldn't like to be proven wrong, because I think the new catenaries look shit. But... it does. Oh, does it? Okay. My mistake. I braked too early for that. Delta Games have priced me out. It's not that I can't afford it, it's just I don't believe it's good value for money. Yeah, I think most people can reflect that sentiment now. Opinions on TF2. Not bad. I play it every now and again. It's the sort of thing that I grind for a few weeks and then take a month or two break from. But, you know, credit where it's due. They haven't come out with Transport 3 yet. Transport Fever 3 yet, so it's not that bad. Could be worse. Could certainly be worse. Oh, that horn. Doesn't it sound dreadful? Don't jinx it. Yeah. Oh, great. No, I skipped Transport Fever 1. I went straight from Train Fever to Transport Fever 2. That laugh. Yeah, the forced laugh. If you want to stay, you're more than welcome to stay. It's great entertainment, great comedic value. Hello, Theodorus. Going back, Transport Fever 2 is the mods. Yes. Right, I was literally making fun of you. Why are you saying exactly? IMG, you know, they still use the same description for Trainspot 4 in their streams. It's just as pre-order now. I wouldn't be surprised. If it gets the sales, they'll leave it there. Older than you. Wow, that's pretty funny. Real comedic genius there. They are streaming right now. Yeah. Believe it, lol. In the same way that we believe Dovetail is a great game dev? Sure. Sure, buddy. Let's see. Streamathon. 181 watch. Ah, that might be where some of my viewers have gone. 2.4. Have they actually named the charity? Oh, what a joke. Really? You're not donating to homeless or food banks or something. You're donating to a charity that gives less able people video games. That's a bit of a joke. Like, I support charity involvement, but that's a bit of a cop-out charity, not gonna lie. Are you being held against your will, concerned with the way you laughed? I'm really happy to be here, guys. I'm really. You have the PFP of a Boris Johnson toilet. The fuck does that mean? When Dovetail Games wonder why they don't get the same amount of sales for exactly the same game. Valid. They're doing a giveaway. Oh, I know, but that's hardly charitable, is it? So, oh, yeah. Donate to our charity and we'll take some of the money and use it to spend on one of your... We'll give you a gift. I think Blood is going schizo. I've been going schizophrenic for ages. We'll reuse this. We'll reuse all of this because we can. Yes, we could, but we need to waste 100 man hours to make. So yeah, 100 quid. Fair enough. Yeah. Also, they wanted to raise what, like £600? Just peanuts. But as a company, they should. What the fuck was that? Oh, a reverser. Alright. resorting to calling people a Boris Johnson toilet. That's a really good repost. Yeah, 600 quid is peanuts. Like, if Dovetail really cared, they should be donating thousands. But to a meaningful charity, like WWF or UNICEF or something. But that would be too political if they donated to something that's helping children in war zones. But no, did you see they paid their directors millions in the last reporting year? Oof. Oh no, that's not us. Oh, goody, 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 goody. Marvellous. I wouldn't even buy 10 of their own fucking games. Why don't they... They have the power to make an infinite number of keys. Why don't they give, like, 1,000 keys for free to this charity? And they could do so much, but they're doing so little. And then, sort of... I've got to be careful here, because I could come across as just a pessimist who hates everything, and that's absolutely not true. I believe very much in charity, but I think this is a bit of a cop-out. To try and make people think that they care more for the community than they really do. Like, I know there's a huge difference in viewership, but Mark Rober in a live stream was able to raise literally millions for a charity for disabled... Is it children with Down syndrome or something? Or autism, I think it was. Like, literally millions. I believe. Or... I think it was. I'm doubting myself now. Follow the Spectrum Live, Jimmy Kimmel and Mark Rober. Yeah, they raised $3.6 million in 3 hours. Now, I know there's a huge difference, but that is meaningful. £600, mate. What's the point? Blood should play Fortnite. Me. I downloaded Fortnite again recently, but I've only played it once in the last 3 years, and that was like a week ago. Because some friends pressured me into it. Can buy the Vectron later when it's cheaper. Well, that's my top tier consumer advice at the moment, is just to wait. Should we do Midland Main Line? Yes. You've done East Coast Way. And I am not particularly keen in doing the East Coast Main Line because it is chronically boring. Let's do the 158. They're definitely not giving it a charity to get a small tax relief. They wouldn't be doing that. No. Tax deductions? Nah. They're not giving anything. Well, I'm not sure how much that they themselves are giving to charity. I hope it's more than the £600 they're trying to get off their viewers. It better be, because otherwise they're just being pigs. I'll try and have a look at that, actually, because I don't want to sound too atrocious accusing Dovetail of all of these things, if they are actually... They must have done an article about it. No? Alright. Maybe they haven't donated. A bit dodgy. Railfan TV show. Ah, this is the Charity Weekend Streamathon. Fabulous giveaway with prizes from the charity. So the charity you're donating to is the same charity that you're getting to donate to your viewers. For a brilliant cause. Meh. Oh, matching the first £250? Go fuck themselves. What an utter joke. £250. What on God's name? This is Middle Mine 9, yes. Unbelievable. Let's just pull up their let's just have a look at their financial statements, shall we? When it decides to load. That's taking a while. Where's their bottom line? Profit for the financial year, £1.5 million. Can you import routes into the editor? You have the whole game in the editor. Like, you can play the whole game in the editor. You can open any route in the editor. It's all there already. Like, I mean, yeah. Does the editor fully functional in terms of making a route, or is it still broken? It's still, to my knowledge, it's still broken. Maybe we'll just pirate routes then. No. Sorry. It's the whole game as to what you own. So if you own everything, you'll have everything. If you don't own a route, you won't have it in the editor. See ya, I am leaving. Goodbye. We need to upgrade Dovetail Rice Suggestion for better vegetation. It's the, this bug. This bug. Should I? Yes, I should. Depth of field. Field of view. We will suck down. Focal point. Definitely pre-recorded. Yeah. Whoop. Photo mode is okay. It's not terrible. It's not awful. Shush. That me line. The troll has returned. You are no troll. Yeah, sure. Tell yourself that. You tell yourself that, buddy. It's not an anti-Dovetail Games community, it's just a ready to confront Dovetail Games community if that is what's required. I've praised them many times, but at the moment I am, criticising them a lot more, because it's what they deserve. But yeah, most of the time it's just an anti-Dovetail community, yeah. Ugh. Lost 4%. I just took a massive shit. The fuck are you on about? Okay. Gotta wait for the beep beep from the guard, do I? OMG, it's the bell! It's the bell, the beaky! No, it's not. Go. ETS2, is that European Truck Simulator 2? It's a very good photo mode, light change time, skybox weather. I've seen some good stuff from that game, but I'm not really that interested in truck driving, so... Let's have a look. This, Special Effect Charity. This isn't really helping, this website. It's just... First thing is like gamers, charity for gamers. Two pixel. Oh no, that's fully loaded now. Buy, play, donate. What? I mean, sure, the work they're doing is commendable, but I think there's about 1,000,001. Unfortunately, is the way of things in this world. About 1,000,001 more important things in the world that could be donated to. Bus driver or lorry driver? What, if I had to pick? Oh, fuck. Ah. Does the mechanic work on these routes? No, okay. I don't know, if I had to pick a bus driver, because it's more... This is where I live, it's more fun. Like, trucks, I just get stuck in traffic and piss off communities. And you have to sit in a... doing a fucking cross-country journey for 3,500 years. But you are literally just Matt. Me. I'm just thinking I might do it. Is there the speed restrictions? Yeah, this one. When it wants to load. Any time today would be nice. From what I've heard, the new bi-articulated buses Brisbane are quite nice to drive. Yeah. Good afternoon. Today we'll be operating this stopping service down to Peterborough. Due to ongoing harsh conditions, Emily Turner will be contacting you shortly to update you on the current situation. Just say the signaller. I've got dialogue turned off as well, so. Master key on. That's a neutral, my mistake. To dimmed.
TPWS and
Then to marker.
Operational.
You can't actually read the speedo still. What's it like in Australia? Sorry. 'Tis fine. So the temperature's all over the place, but, you know, climate change. Gotta love the floating OHLE. Oh. Emily Turner, hello, how's it going? I'm sure you're feeling the heat. I thought it would be updating this current situation as well as the ongoing heat waves. Speed restrictions will be put in place. Track warping. They've actually modelled track warping. Quite interesting, but... How many times did I mention Minecraft in Dovetail Direct? Please assure you and passengers are staying safe in the journey. Look out for potential hazards. I thought I should let you go. Yeah, that should be the signaller, not this stupid Emily Turner character. Buy some power. Some. Let's go full. Lovely. And what I will do... I will this will be the last thing we do today. I will reopen. Speed limit of 25 coming up. I'll reopen the link for next week's stream. There you go. The OHD is not a game-breaking experience. Oh, but missing collectibles on Vorarlberg sure is, yeah. I don't know if it's this or the 3 scenario, but it tells you due to reasons the OHD is unpowered. So you run diesel, but you can run an OHD and nothing happens. There's the depot, which looks completely empty. Is there a few trains lurking in there? I can really hardly read that speedo. It looks like there's nothing in that depot. Oh no, sorry, I told a lie. There's 3 trains. Okay. High fleet availability on a new train. That's actually quite reasonable. I take it back. And everything wants to kill you in Australia. No, that's hardly true. Because that's all the Americans go, oh, everything wants to kill you in Australia. It's like, just step on it or run away. It's like, if a funnel web comes up to you, just, it's a fucking spider, walk away. If a snake comes up to you, turn around, leave. Like, most snakes don't want to do anything to you. It's just, like, I've come within meters of red bellies several times. Oh, the TMS says 25 kilovolts when the pantograph's down, so I wouldn't take anything it says for fact. But yeah, like, you can think of America, and they've got fucking bears and coyotes and whatnot, and like, you can't run away from that. You got to carry bear spray with you, a gun. So I've gone camping, bushwalking and whatnot many times in Australia. I've never had to carry a gun to stay safe. Right, just 115. I presume this Go Via is going to be where the warp trails are. The grass snake is our most dangerous animal or something like that. Is it like the adder? That's the only venomous snake in the UK. Australia pretty lucky. We also don't mix up schools with other buildings. What, like a shooting range? It's really sad, but it is true. It's like whenever there's a shooting, the appropriate solution, according to politicians, is sending thoughts and prayers. It's like, why don't you put through some gun reform? It's like, no! Second Amendment rights! It's like, that was written 200 years ago. It took 3 minutes to reload. Surely it's not applicable anymore. Oh yeah, give all the teachers guns. Put heavily armed police in every school, even though, God knows, that won't do anything. How about in Australia, where you have to have a license to own a gun, or to shoot a gun, and there's, you know, quite heavy gun control. It doesn't mean it's hard to own a gun, it just means there's paperwork to do before you can get the killing machine. It's almost like, oh fuck, that's a 30 mile an hour. That came out of nowhere. Why have they put the repeaters up every... I wouldn't have thought the repeaters would be that often. Is that the T? Is that it? That was it, was it? There's absolutely no warning at all. Just appeared. Okay. Unless I missed a warning, but don't think so. Trying to get rid of the Constitution because it was old, it was made in the 80s. I was like, Australia has not only some of the lowest rates of gun crime in the world, we've had no mass shootings since we introduced gun control, and that was definitely a VCB block, but I don't think I've noticed the VCBs doing anything on this route. But we've also had well, we also have much lower general homicide rates because, you know, in America, if you want to kill yourself, you just shoot yourself because guns are everywhere. Whereas here, most people don't have guns, so homicide is lower. Most people would have no problem with mandating driver's licenses because, oh, it's a killing machine. So, is a gun any different? Head to Croydon or something. That's actually highly racist towards people from Croydon. So we're just going... Okay, stopping at Newark and Grantham and Peterborough. Alright! But not at Retford, clearly. Why do you need a gun? So I have to have a reason, not self-defense, and be in a club. You don't need to be in a club. You need to be in a club if you've got a gun for sport, but... You've got other issues. Oh, sure, we've got other issues. A lack of housing, although there are plans to fix that, whether they'll work or not. Lack of public servant... Oh, well, excessive public servant vacancies. And cost of living, but... A lot of the problems we have are not exclusive to Australia. And lack of high-speed rail. Well, yeah, I mean, problem with high-speed rail is always just announced for elections. That said, the new Labour government has created a national high-speed rail authority, and they are in talks with planning agencies in Newcastle and the New South Wales government to get a Newcastle high-speed rail line off the ground. Still better than lack of EU, like in the UK. Well, I mean, we're not in the EU, obviously. Where are you? Cost of transport is... Well, I'm in Sydney, and the cost of transport is fantastic. I mean, for an individual trip, it's relatively expensive. It's like... I went to the city the other day, and it cost me $2.30 just to go to the city, but... At the same time, I travelled like all around the city yesterday on trains, buses, ferries and trams and the metro, and that cost me less than $10 for a whole day of transport, like literally 7 hours. We might... Yeah, we're fucked here. Oopsies. Oopsie poopsie. Need high-speed rail in South East Queensland as well. You know, I'm honestly surprised that there's no high-speed rail commitments for the 2032 Olympics. You know what? I'm just going to choose a route. They had a back load from Waypoint, did they? Wow. Amazing. Let's do this. Isle of Wight 2022? Sure. Don't have the mod installed, but can make do. All the money is going across River Rail. Well, yeah, there's lots of federal money available. It's actually going to do anything? Safety systems on? No. Viva Oil did go bust, yeah. Or I think they got acquired by GWR or something. But in fairness, though, there is a fair bit of work going on. Like, they're building a brand new line to the Sunshine Coast. After building a brand new line sort of just south of the Sunshine Coast. And what else are they doing? They're quad tracking the Beanley line with our Gold Coast trains. Speed mode. The Bletchley lines 230s didn't last long. They didn't, did they? Yeah, that was a bit of a colossal failure. Because they tried to market to the US, but that failed again. No, just 150s, yeah. Yeah, I believe they are. Because they could no longer do the maintenance. Here you go, Logan and Gold Coast Faster Rail. Oh, balls! We're not going to stop here. We're going to sail through. Using as the most sluggish brakes. Oh, fantastic. You know, I'm so tired. I might, I know it's a really awful end to a stream, but I might leave it there for today. I'll just answer these last questions quickly, if I can. What were they meant to replace? I think they were meant to replace 150s. Need to duplicate the Cleveland line, volume of the Ferny Grove lines when the lines are rearranged. I don't know where that is, but sure. TLDR explanation of why your PM wanted to cancel High Speed Rail 2 in Australia, or Rishi Sunak, or GWR are getting some 230s for the Greenford branch. Are they? I would be surprised if they're following through on that. UK. So there's not my Prime Minister, but Rishi Sunak was saying that High Speed 2 was too expensive or whatnot. They'd already cancelled the Leeds leg. There was talk of cancelling the Manchester leg, but he's ended up cancelling the Crewe and Manchester legs to save £30 billion. But in doing so, it makes the £80 billion already invested completely worthless. And he's also kneecapping capacity at Euston by selling the land. And he's also, they're not even gazetting the land, or retaining the gazette of the route from Birmingham to Manchester. They're selling it all off immediately, more or less. So, big waste of time. And Rishi Sunak is a big con man, but, you know. Such is the way of things, unfortunately. He knows he's going to get thumped by Keir Starmer, so I presume it's just a scorched earth policy on his way out. Because there's physically no way that he can recover. Anyway, thank you so much for being on the stream. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you next time, whenever that be. Next stream is the same time next week. Goodbye.